So, all right, so the next thing we have on our list is the tentative budget. So, I know we went over and talked about it, but again, just to let you folks know, their copies are on the back table, and we will work hard, move forward, and the third page shows you kind of the percentage of the breakdowns that we have there. Let me look in my file. So the next thing we are going to do is we're going to introduce local law number 2 and set a public hearing date for the tax cap. And what I'm going to do is probably bore you, but I'm going to read this tax limit override, the tentative budget for 2025, the law that we are going to introduce. So Section 1, legislative intent. It is the intent of this local law to override the limit on the amount of real property taxes that may be levied by the town of Plattekill pursuant to the General Municipal Law 3-C, and to allow the town of Plattekill to adopt a budget for fiscal year 2025 that requires a real property tax levy in excess of the tax levy limit. Let me just do this. Tax levy limit as defined by General Municipal 3C, the town board finds that the local law is necessary due to the recent extreme inflation, the continued imposition on the town of Plattekill various unfunded mandates from the federal, state, and county governments, as well as continued obligations of the town of Plattekill relative to its contracts with various public sector unions, similar to many municipalities across the state of New York. The town board does not have the discretion to alter the 2024 tentative budget, it's 2025 tentative budget, to reduction in the provisions of the basic service that the town residents have enjoyed over the past many years. Therefore, this law, local law, is in the public interest of the people of the town of Plattekill. Section 2, authority. This local law is adopted pursuant to Subdivision 5 of General Municipal Law 3-C, which expressly authorizes the town board to override the tax levy limit by the adoption of a local law approved by a vote of 60% of the town board. Section 3, tax levy limit override. The town board of the town of Plattekill, County of Ulster, hereby is authorized to adopt a budget for the fiscal year of 2025 that requires a real property tax levy in excess of the amount otherwise prescribed in General Municipal Law 3-C. Section 4, servability. If any section or subsection, paragraph, clause, phrase, or provision of this local law shall be adjudged invalid for any reason or shall be deleted or subsequently repealed, the same shall not affect the validity of the local law as a whole or any part of provisions hereof, other than the part to be adjudged to be invalid and or deleted and or subsequently repealed. The determination by any court of competent jurisdiction that any provisions of the within local law is enforceable, invalid, void, unconstitutional, or in conflict with a federal or state law shall not in any way affect the enforceability or validity of any other provisions contained herein. Additionally, such determination shall be confined in its operation to the person, individual, entity, firm, corporation, company, or circumstance directly involved in the controversy in which such judgment or order shall be rendered. Section 5, effective date. The local law shall take effect immediately upon publication and filing with the Secretary of the State in accordance with the Municipal Home Rule Law of the State of New York, or sooner, if allowed by law. So that is what the law will be, and we will set a public hearing date for our next meeting, and that will be 10/16/24. Okay, next thing on the agenda is going to be to set the public hearing for our budget, and we will set the public hearing for our meeting on 11/6/2024, and that will be during our regular town board meeting, 7 p.m. Okay, we have no transfers. Let me just make sure that I have everything here. Excuse me? Okay. And again, there is no transfers, and thank you for being patient. And we do have our vouchers. A motion to approve the vouchers. I, Supervisor Dean DePue, make a motion to pay voucher detail report dated October 2nd, 2024, which includes the A General Fund in the amount of $39,121.34. The DA Highway Fund in the amount of $45,795.32. This would be the H1 Band Bridge, New York, in the amount of $4,015.41, and the recreation/playground equipment in the amount of $3,107.30. This would be for a grand total in the amount of $92,039.37, recognizing that the Audit Committee has reviewed the claims and found them acceptable for payment. So that is a motion, gentlemen.
Seconded.
So we have a motion on the floor with a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. So at this time, the last thing on the agenda is I will make a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters. As a motion. And we have a second on the floor. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried.
Could you be a little more specific about generally what you're going to be talking about?
Personnel matters.
But about what? Not an individual, just is it a department? Is it can you be a little more specific?
It's personnel matters because it's several things. So I really can't be more specific than that.
Any action after?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I hope not, but I don't believe so.